That isn't just the sound of the 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class high-strength steel and aluminum frame being formed. It's the sound of conviction. Conviction that created a lighter, quicker, and more efficient C-Class, whose beautiful form commands attention, while its more powerful, fuel-efficient engine demands to be driven. This is what conviction sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class.
Welcome to the Elite Podcast Network, your number one source for all things sports. Follow us on Twitter at Elite Podcast Net. Use the hashtag EPNERA and join the revolution now. WHRADIO.
Welcome back to Wrestlingheads Radio. It's me, Oscar, and this is going to be a lovely night, you can say, here in California, even though it rained yesterday, but it's going to be a lovely night. We're going to have a great show tonight here in the Elite Podcast Network, but I'm not alone. I got two guys joining me right now. I got, from the NYC, I got Tom with me. What's going on, Tom?
What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is having a great night and getting ready for the weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend wrestling-wise. Got a lot going on, so hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, definitely. And also joining us live from the Staples Center, which we had a little power function during the Clipper game. I got Skid. What's going on, Skid?
We definitely had a power outage because the Undertaker was told, just had the lights go out in the middle of the basketball game here at the Staples Center. What's going on? Not much,
man. You know, we'll be talking about some Undertaker later on tonight here on WHRADIO. But first, we're going to start off talking some FCW, which most likely will be at the show this weekend in San Diego, California. I have the card with me. I don't know if you guys want to talk about the card, but
of course, we got to talk about the card. We got three of the guys that are going to be in the main event on here later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Eli Everfly, Danny Limelight, and my boy Douglas James.
I think this is the first time we've ever had a three-person interview going on at the same time. It's going to be nuts, ladies and gentlemen, so you're going to want to keep listening.
No, I don't think this is the first time, but this is definitely the first time we had opponents on, opponents on at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because I remember, Skits, I always talk to you about, like, hey, we should get opponents as a guest in our show.
We did have Candice
really
Moran.
cool.
Remember we had Candice and Peter Avalon on that one time?
Yeah, but that was a little, like, Peter calling in, he just running his mouth on her, and that's about it. But I mean, having both on the same time talking about an event, that's what I was talking about. That's what I'm trying to say. So I see what you're talking about, but that was like a little promo thing during our show for All-Star. Was it All-Star Weekend? Oh, was it the 10th anniversary?
That was 10. That was 10 for sure. All-Star
Weekend 10. PWG 10. Yeah.
Speaking of All-Star Weekend, we'll definitely get into that later.
Yeah. But anyways, let's just start out with the FCW card. I know later on 3 of the 4 participants are going to be joining us later on, but this is going to be a 4-way TLC match. That's the main event, which is going to be Eli Everfly going against Danny Limelight, Douglas James, and Suede Thompson. I think that's going to be a crazy-ass match. This is going to be for the XRT-Division Championship. I think this is going to be a crazy-ass match. This is the real reason why I want to go to this event.
Let's not forget the TLC match, too.
And yeah, as I said, it's a TLC match. So yeah, that's just why I wanted to go, because this is gonna be nuts. So that's why I want to go. I think this is gonna be worth the drive heading to San Diego. So I don't know your thoughts on that match. We're gonna check this out. So I don't know what your thoughts.
I mean, you got 4 young guys that can go, and I mean, add in tables, ladders, and chairs in the match. I'm just waiting to see what these guys are going to deliver. Eli Everfly actually posted a video earlier of him flying off of this cage at I think it was an IWO show recently. So I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, Eli's nuts. He'll do some crazy spots and stuff. Like I've seen him a couple of times in IWO. He does do some crazy spots out there too. So I'll see what he can do my first ever time checking out SCW. So yeah, I know Tom is probably a little familiar of the towns I just named, but you have any comments in this match?
I mean, anytime it's a TLC match, you know that the bar is going to be raised. You go into the match thinking, these guys, first of all, are out of their mind for even doing it. For anybody to ever go into a TLC match, they're pretty crazy, but all for the right reasons. Because every single one of them has something to prove, and all 4 of these guys, I think, are hungry. All 4 of these guys are trying to, stake their claim in independent wrestling and be the next breakout star. And who knows what this match could lead to? Who knows who could possibly see this match? You never know. All it takes is one person to see this match and, spread the word around, and who knows what could happen from there. So these 4 guys, they're gonna go all out. They're gonna go crazy. There's gonna be probably a lot of violence, but it's I think, like I said, it's gonna be, and it also shows, I think, what they are doing with the XRT division right now in FCW. Really making the title seem important, especially having it main event over, the heavyweight title. So like I said, I think it's going to be good. And, I'm also interested in the heavyweight championship match as well, because you got 2 former guests here on the show, Lil Cholo going against B-Boy. These 2 guys know each other so well, so I know that those 2 guys are going to tear the house down as well. So, those 2 co-main events, I think, are really going to make the show stand apart.
Yeah, definitely. B-Boy and Lil Cholo, I've seen them wrestle in person a couple of times, especially in AWS. And I also see them team up a couple of times in AWS and in Lucha Underground. And I expect this, these going to be a good match between the 2. They wrestle each other, I probably say, thousands of times over their, careers. And I'm not too familiar about the whole, storyline in FCW. I know B-Boy has been the champ there for, I could say, quite a while out there in FCW. And it looks like Cholo has been chasing the title for a while, and he's finally got a shot. So it's going to be an interesting match. I feel like it's going to be a close encounter match, because it seems like I said, Cholo has been trying to go after the title, and B-Boy's been the champion. So I'm going to check out how these guys are going to work out. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do a good job, because, I've seen them many times work with each other. And all of them are pretty excellent matches, especially that AWS match, that anniversary show they had together, when B-Boy defeated him by retaining the AWS championship from that one anniversary show they had. So I think that's something you have to keep an eye on. So you never know. Maybe this could be the match of the night. But this is another match I wanted to check out when I heard the card. It's like, all right, I got to get back to San Diego. So that's another one I have to want to check out. All right. Also in the card, there's been a lot of rumors about this person, but Laura James, she's going to be going against her real-life boyfriend, Joey Ryan. I don't know if you guys heard, but during the I guess it broke out on Monday that Laura James was actually her name was part of the list where, you know, they had all these WWE tryouts that happened earlier in the week. You know, guys like Cedric Alexander, I believe Deonna Purrazzo was also on there too. Tony Nese, she was in there as well. Unfortunately, it looked like the WWE could be interested in her, but they just had a little tryout with her. I've seen her wrestle a couple times, like all over, like either in AWS. Another one called SCW that with their debut show, she has like a role there as well. And also saw her in IWL. I've seen her a couple times, but she's okay, I have to say. I need to see more of her. But attractive-wise, she is really, really attractive, I can tell you that. And Joey Ryan certainly picked a good one on that one. So, see how this is going to work out. I've seen couples wrestle like Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano going at it before. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Probably going to see the whole, the penis thing with Joey Ryan does. Probably going to see that out there this weekend. So I'm going to, I guess looking forward to these two couples getting it on. I don't know if you have a comment to this match, Thompson, Laura James, and Joey Ryan.
I think that's interesting. I mean, we've seen, real life couples go at it before, and like Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano, and who knows what they've been thinking of. Obviously Laura James is still very new to the wrestling scene. It's not like she's had like 5 or 6 years experience. She's still relatively new, so to get in there with Joey Ryan, I think regardless of what you think of Joey Ryan personally, he's been around the independent wrestling scene for so long. He's traveled the world, so he knows what he's doing, and he's able to, I think do it well. So, like I said, regardless of if you like him or not, so it's interesting to see what Joey Ryan can kind of do to make this an interesting matchup. Intergender matches are always very interesting. It's either kind of hit or miss with them. You really kind of have to know how to pace it. You have to know how to kind of make it going without getting the crowd disinterested or making it, like too offensive or something. You kind of just have to work it the right way in order for the crowd to kind of really appreciate what's going on between the two. So I think it could be good. Who knows what's going to happen. We'll see if Laura James is improving. Like I said, I haven't seen too much of her, because I'm over here on the East Coast, so I don't get to see her in person too much. But we'll see.
Yeah, you know what? She's been traveling lately. I think she was in Chicago not long ago for a Dream Wave Wrestling. I think she did work with them as well. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised, that Rikishi might have got her that tryout, because I believe she got trained by Rikishi for Knox Pro, where Rusev also got trained as well. So I think maybe, you never know, maybe Rikishi might have put out the good word out of her, or maybe Rusev, because Rusev might have known her. So I think maybe that's what happens. Maybe that's why if you put out the good word, you get a tryout. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting how these two couples will get it on, and we'll see what happens in the future of Laura James. All right. Another match I see in the card, one person I'm familiar, the other one I'm not too familiar of, but you got a guy who was actually on Raw as an extra in the background during the whole R-Truth and Goldust segment had during the restaurant, but look in the background, Sasha Directo was on the show, on that show, and he's been a former guest on the show. Sasha Directo will be going against Mike Camden. Mike Camden, I'm not too familiar with him through his work, but Sasha Directo, he is really great, and I mean, he's good, and then he's been improving a lot, especially in championship wrestling from Hollywood, and then he's been having a great role. Like, he's been, they put him in a world title scene on the show, and he's going fitting with Peter Avalon for the title for the Heritage Championship. So he's been doing it. He's been killing it out there. So yeah, he's not only that, and he's helping out Brian Kendrick with his promotion, Wrestling for Wrestling, a different character, and he's been going around a lot. So I'm proud of the guy. I don't know if you have a comment with this match with Sasha Directo and Mike Cannon.
Listen, comrade, I'm going to tell you why Directo is going to win, because he is my comrade. But seriously, not too familiar with these two. Obviously, more familiar, like you said, with Sasha Directo, former guest on the show, and really got to learn about the guy and what he's been doing. So, been checking out some of his stuff from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. His stuff with Peter Avalon has been pretty interesting. So I've been enjoying that. I think that's something that everybody should check out. Obviously, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I know maybe a lot of people might be turned off by it, but it kind of reminds me of like an old school type of territory days, little TV promotion. So, give it a try. There's some great talent on there. But yeah, like I said, we'll see where that goes, and we'll see where Sasha Directo's career is going from here, because it seems like he said, he's doing a bunch of different things.
All right, yeah, definitely. So we'll see. Maybe I'll, like I said, I never hear that much about this Mike Cannon guy, but when I see him this weekend, maybe he'll impress me, maybe he won't, who knows. But if he's a guy who impresses me, I will talk about him on Monday's show. All right. Next match, two guys I'm very familiar with. If you guys follow Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, the names I'm going to bring up, you're very familiar with. But one guy, he's also been on PWG as well, Peter Avalon, will be going against Gino Rivera. They're both from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Gino Rivera, I could tell you that he could give out a lot of heat. I've seen him around the SoCal area so many times. This guy, like, every time he comes out, he runs his mouth at it from everybody. And what's funny is that I'm not trying to say there's a little race war going on. I'm not going to start a race war, but him being Puerto Rican and running his mouth at people, it's like, I think that's how he gets all that heat, because the most of the Hispanics live here in the West Coast are mostly, you could say, Mexicans, and have this guy representing Puerto Rico and running his mouth, it creates more heat. And I think he's smart enough to notice that, and he has a great mindset to it, and this guy plays a heel so well. And I'm glad he's in the spot in Championship Wrestling Hollywood, which he's teaming up with our guest later on, Danny Limelight, the Los Primos Rivera, that's their name of their tag team. You guys can check it out. If you haven't watched Championship Wrestling Hollywood, you got to check it out. So, yeah, and his opponent, Peter Avalon, well, we all know about him. He's been on PWG. He's currently the Heritage Champion in Championship Wrestling Hollywood. He had a crazy-ass 2015 doing, booking all over the booking all crazy all over in this California area, and had a lot of success. Also, he's also still the IWO champion out here, and here in SoCal. So he's been doing a lot here in SoCal. Yeah, I think this match is going to be something to watch. Maybe it could be a sleeper, but yeah, it's going to be an awesome match. Tom, I don't know if you had any comment on this match.
Peter Avalon is a name that I said should be booked more as far as independent wrestling bookings go. Not only is the guy, can he be hilarious in the ring, but, because he is a smaller, kind of skinnier guy, he can have that kind of comedic type match. But when it's time to be serious, he can put on a hell of a match. So like I said, I think he should be booked more in whatever role. So looking forward to this, and looking forward to seeing what pretty Peter Avalon does going forward in 2016.
Yeah, definitely. The next match, well, there's a couple of guys I'm familiar with. Well, actually, it's a tag match, but I'm only familiar with 3 of the 4 participants. But I'm familiar with T-Rex. She was part of Transfers from Hollywood, a big dude. And she's going to team up with Kikyo Nakamura. I'm not talking about New Japan Nakamura, but that's her last name, Kikyo Nakamura. She's a talent from the Bay Area. She does multiple promotions there. She does some stuff here in SoCal as well. But they're going to be teaming up against Matt Twisted. I don't know, or Matt Twist. I'm not familiar with him. And his partner will be our guest on Monday's episode of Wrestlingheads Radio, Brody King. I'm going to start off saying, like I said, I'm not familiar with Matt Twist, but Brody King and T-Rex, they're both big monsters. So I'm expecting like a Clash of Talent type part. Kikyo Nakamura, well, she's very impressive. I've seen her in women's tournaments and all that. She can go. I mean, because she's a big girl, she could be a little athletic. I've seen her like done some athletic moves, and not bad from a big girl. But she can go. I think if you could put her against someone like Kimberly, I think they'll have an awesome match. Seriously, I think they will kill it. And she can go out with the guys as well. I've seen her wrestle guys at UEW, and she does hardcore matches as well. I'm not saying she's a hardcore wrestler, but I've seen her doing hardcore matches as well. And yeah, she can go. I've seen her wrestle Rays before as well. I've seen her, I think, lift up Rays and Masters as well. So yeah, that's what I've seen from her a lot. So yeah, I obviously what this Matt Twist guy is. I gotta see how he is. Maybe he's based on a San Diego guy. Maybe he's from San Diego, so I gotta check him out. So yeah, that's all I can say right now about these foreign dimensionals. But yeah, I don't know if you have a comment with that, Tom.
Yeah, obviously, like I said, I say this with a lot of the SoCal wrestlers, not too familiar with a lot of them. Brody King is the one I'm most familiar with, and, I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say. Why not? He comes on Wrestlingheads and kind of dig deeper into what he's about. But, yeah, well, like I said, it's always interesting. That's one of the interesting things, when you and Skits talk about a lot of these SoCal wrestlers, is that I don't know them. And when you guys, tell me about them, it's interesting to kind of hear about them and see what they're doing and seeing what's going on the other side of the country. So, like I said, intrigued to see what happens with this matchup and what you think of it.
Yeah, I wish I could explain more. I mean, like I said, the 3 individuals I named, I've seen before. Not Twist, I've never seen them, but we'll see how this match will end up, and maybe we could talk with Brody about it when we have him on Monday. So, yeah, it's great to see Brody. He's a cool dude. He's one scary-looking guy, I'll tell you that. He's like fucking 6'4", I believe, and he's a huge dude. So, yeah, he's a pretty tall guy. And spoiler alert, you will see him in Lucha Underground sitting down. So you'll see him. I'm not saying he's any part of the roster, but you'll see him in a few weeks. You'll see him on Lucha Underground just watching the show. Just putting out their little spoiler alert at Lucha Underground. In a few minutes, we're gonna be we're gonna have Douglas James, Danny Limelight, and Eli Everfly on the show in a few minutes. In the meantime, All-Star Weekend, PWG All-Star Weekend 12. The tickets went on sale today. I unfortunately only end up getting night 1, night 2 sold out. So I'm going to try to figure another way to get in somehow, some way. But looks like Tom is not coming to PWG All-Star Weekend. Even though you say you were going to come, doesn't look like you're heading out here to receive us.
No, unfortunately, even if I wanted to, I don't think I could have gotten tickets. I was working, And even at this point, which, because we'll talk about later in the show, I don't even know if I would have been able to even gotten tickets. They sold out quicker than you could even blink. So, but like I said, sometime in 2016, I will be making my way down to SoCal. It has to happen. It has to happen sometime in 2016, and see what other shows are going on there as well besides PWG. But like I said, 2016, I'll be down there.
Yeah, definitely. I could tell you this though: if I get you a ticket, you could just pay me back whenever you come to California, and then I could get your spot at PWG. Maybe you could do something like that, like asking me or Skid to get your ticket, and you can pay me back when you get over here. That's basically what I could do. So, because I know and understand it's hard to get a ticket. I mean, it's very, very hard. You know, it's funny. I was listening to Jim Ross's podcast, The Ross Report, and he said he would love to attend the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show. The problem is, it sells out quick, But he's been told some people, you got to check it out. So he's trying to check out the show one day, but he just can't get tickets. So, I mean, people could say, why can't you just walk in there, let's do it. But I don't think Super Dragon's going to say, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're paying a ticket. So that's how Super Dragon is. He just wants you to get a ticket. There's no freebies when it comes to PWG. So, yeah. Hold on. I just got some... okay, never mind. I thought someone sent me some breaking news about something about Sami Zayn. But unfortunately, this guy sent me, do you know Sami Zayn he said some stuff about Sami Zayn, but it's stupid. Nothing to talk about. All right. Yeah, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. We will talk more about Pro Wrestling Guerrilla a little bit later on the show. We'll talk about the whole card about Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and it's gonna be an interesting show. It's gonna be good back-to-back nights in a month when the show happens. So it's gonna be a crazy ass time. So hopefully you got your tickets, that whoever's listening, and just have fun like you always do. Or if it's your first time, be excited because you're gonna enter a world that you've never been to. Ask Matthew Grant; he will tell you that. But anyways, we're gonna be calling him like in a few more minutes, around 9:00, or you can say midnight in East Coast time, to Danny Limelight, Eli Everfly, and Douglas James in a cool bit. I'm just want to say that later on the show we're gonna discuss, you can say after the interview, we're going to be discussing all around the news about wrestling, about Evolve. We'll discuss Wade Barrett, he asking for his release or giving us notice that he will not resign with the company in June. We're going to talk about that. And we'll talk about WWE's, which they announced their Cruiserweight show or tournament they're going to have on the WWE Network later on. We'll talk all that later on the show. And I think I will also say we'll talk about Undertaker's mystery opponent to have for WrestleMania. I think that's really interesting.
We'll also probably get into the Ring of Honor New Japan shows going down in Japan this weekend on a Rising, and maybe get into a little bit of some AAW because they got a show going down this weekend as well.
Yeah.
So much to talk about tonight. So, of course, like we said, we got the great interview coming up in just a few minutes. So you're going to want to stick around. And once that is done, lots and lots to talk about. So you're going to want to stay tuned for the whole show because there's a lot of stuff to be going down. And like I said, if you're someone like me who's not familiar really with SoCal wrestling, and I'm pretty more. I should say I'm more familiar with FCW than before, but getting more familiar with the three gentlemen that are going to be joining us in just a few moments.
You know what? Let me give out the. Let me look for the address for the show. I have the address actually. Let me look for it. in case anybody's listening, thinking about going to the show, I might check it out. Maybe you should check it out. I'm trying to look for the address. I have it right over here. Okay, this is going to take place at the Boys and Girls Club of South County. Yeah, that's what it's called. Boys and Girls Club of South County. The address is 847 in Ukiah Avenue, Imperial Beach, California. Doors will open at 7 p.m. There'll be a pre-show at 7:30. The bell time starts at 8 o'clock. And the prices are, well, if you're on a pre-sale, it'll be $20 for front row and $15 for GA. And at the door, front row will be $25, and the GA will be $20. So just put out there for Finest Championship Wrestling. You guys got to check it out if you want to head down to San Diego and check out this show. So, all right, we're going to be calling in right now. I think we got one of our guests calling in so far. I think I know who it is. If I have to guess who's calling in right now, I guess we have to get our cameras ready. I think we got Danny Limelight joining us right now. What's going on, Danny Limelight?
What's up, guys? What's up, Oscar? What's up, Skid?
Well, Skid has not joined us tonight, but we got Tom with us. So, what's going on with you, Danny? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilling. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I guess we're going to be calling in Douglas and Eli because they seem like they just don't want to call in. We got to call them, you know what I'm saying?
They get the Paris-Hilton treatment?
Yeah, I think that's what they want, so, oh, well. So we're going to be calling them instead. Yeah, they want to be like superstars. For the meantime, while I'm calling them in, so what you been up to lately, Danny?
Same old stuff, man. You know me, always keeping myself busy and occupied, man. A lot of work, you know, in the gym heavy, trying to get ready for everything that's going down. And just been busy. I can't get the rest from Hollywood, really.
Yeah, I know you're doing big things at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I'm gonna ask you questions about that later on, but right now I'm gonna call in Eli Everfly right now. Just give me a quick sec. All right.
What are we gonna bet he doesn't answer his phone?
Watch.
Hello?
What's going on,
Hello?
Eli Everfly? This is Oscar from WrestlingHeads Radio. You're actually live on WrestlingHeads Radio.
Oh, shit. Oh, can I say shit?
Yeah, you can curse.
Are we live?
We're not.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, we're live. We're not a PG show, just letting you know. So, we're not no PG show here.
Yeah, stop being a poser, Eli. You don't have like this is your first time.
Yeah, we got Danny Limelight too. So we're gonna call up Douglas James. That's a cool bit.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome back on the show, man. It's like you. Let's let everybody know, our listeners. I think he broke a record. This is his fourth time on this show. We never had no one that's been on our show 4 times. So I just want to let you know, this guy's like a Hall of Famer on this show, I swear.
Oh, thanks. So, Eli, yeah, I've been on this show a lot of times, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right. Right now I'm going to call up Douglas James for the meantime. So, Eli, what's up with you, man? I've seen you've been doing some big things. You're going around the world now. What's up with that, man?
Yeah, I'm on this pretty much like a kayfabe tour, and I can't really like say what it is because it's like in my contract not to. But okay. we're pretty much just touring like all around the United States. We did all the 8 cities, and now we're gonna do the big cities. I think we hit like 28 states last time or something, and then this time it's gonna be I think like the same. And then then we're gonna go to Europe, like all over Europe, fucking for like a month, I believe. So, yeah, I have some, stuff lined up.
All right. That's cool. All right. I'm going to hit up Douglas James right now. He's calling Douglas James. There you go. I got Douglas right here.
He's probably eating pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan Corbett
is not available.
You didn't answer?
Record your message after the tone. When you've finished,
superstar, man. He's gonna call you, probably. Yeah.
We'll get back to Douglas James in a little bit. But anytime, so in the meantime, let's just talk about this Saturday. Well, actually, I got Tom with us. Just to let you know, we don't want to leave Tom hanging. So, yeah, we got Tom with us.
Okay.
For the meantime, let's just start this off. We're going to talk about this Saturday's event, FCW Finance City Wrestling. I almost call it championship, but Finance City Wrestling. It's my first time going, so I'm about to check this out for the first time. I'm going to head down to San Diego to check this out. But you two are going to be involved with a four-way TLC match that's going on for the XRT-Division Championship.
Yeah.
But first question I want to ask the both of you guys. Well, you know what? I got Douglas James calling on right now. Hold on.
What's up?
Douglas James calling in now.
What's
going on? You're live on Wrestlingheads Radio. What's going on, Douglas? How you doing, man? You're live on Wrestlingheads Radio.
I'm doing good, man. I try to ignore Danny Limelight as much as possible. I try not to pay attention to him. You know, I'm over here training my ass off while he's over there jerking up Deadpool. And I'm doing work here.
Oh, wow.
Hey, wait. Is Danny on the... you said Danny was on the line, but I haven't heard Danny at all.
He's got Deadpool now.
I'm going to use Superstars, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to use Superstars to get your little shine in, man, because y'all want to call in all late and shit.
Oh, no. I'm not calling late. Actually, it's 9 o'clock, and I was busy training because that's what athletes do.
It's actually 9:06. It's actually 9:06. You know. And I'm
sorry. I lost track of time putting in work.
Yeah, time flies when you're putting in work. That's true. Time flies.
Time flies when you're sweating and getting those muscles contracting. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't stuffing your face with pizza, don't lie.
No, man, I haven't had pizza all week, baby. I'm saving it for Sunday when I get my belt.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna wear it to Papa John.
Hey, what kind of weekend?
Fuck. Oh,
God.
Damn.
That's where champions go, right? Doesn't Peyton Manning know more? That's where champions go, you know?
I can't even hear you, Doug. Take the pizza out your mouth, bro.
Oh, because I'm busy training. Sorry, people are putting in work behind me. You're not here, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not, unfortunately.
All right. Doug, before you called in, I was asking, maybe you could join in too, but I was asking you guys, this is my first time checking out FCW in San Diego, and you guys are going to be involved with this four-way TLC match that's going to take place this Saturday in Imperial Beach, California. My question to all you guys, for my first time going to FCW, and I've seen you guys so many times, like either in Santino's, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, AWS, IWO, whatever you name it. What am I expecting to see coming up this Sunday Saturday from you guys? I don't know if we want to start off, but what am I expecting to see this Saturday?
I'll start. Well, you know, every time you go to an FCW show, you're going to be entertained because of the talent that Gus brings in. He brings in the elite talent. He just doesn't bring in his friends. He doesn't bring in people he networks with. He brings in guys who he truly believes in, and especially young guys like us, me, Douglas James, Danny Limelight, and Suede Thompson. He put us in the spot he did for Saturday because he's pretty confident that we're going to raise the bar, and that's what we do every time we step into the ring. We raise the bar every single time. We're young, we're cruiserweights, we're hungry, and he can see that, and he put us in this position because he knows that on Saturday we're going to do things that people probably have not ever seen before, especially in FCW. So be expected to see probably the best out of us. Not probably, but for a fact, the best out of all of us, you know?
I'm gonna caveat that, man. Gus only brings in the top names, man. Guys you see on Lucha Underground, guys you see on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, guys that were formerly on TNA, WWE. He brings in the best of the best. He's not booking, you know what I'm saying, some trash bag wrestler to go out there and put on a show. It's the best of the best. And like Eli said, man, he put us in this position where he wants us to go out there and basically raise the bar for all the old heads in the back that don't think we got it in us. They just see some young kids that look good, got a big mouth and shit, and so, you know what I'm saying, it's our chance to go out there and show them that we can do more than just talk.
Yeah, I'll go off that too. I mean, the show's going to open with B-Boy anywhere else at the main event match by far. So I guess for our match, I mean, it's been said before by Eli and by Danny, but expect the unexpected. You know, this match is going to raise the bar. I know you can barely hear me, but this is going to take things to the next level. And this is a match that can't be lost.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm looking forward to check this whole event out this Saturday in San Diego. I'm gonna make the drive out there, so I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. And anybody that's listening, you guys gotta check it out. Just head down to Imperial Beach.
Have you seen the car?
Yes, I've seen the car. Actually, me and Tom here. Yeah, actually, when we started the show, me and Tom was talking about the whole car. We did talk about the whole Laura James and Joey Ryan's match. We went through everything.
And then you got Peter Avalon and Gino Rivera, Danny's little bird brother or whatever, Brooklyn brother, whatever.
Brandon and
Buck Buddy, I don't know, whatever they are.
Yeah. Okay, wait, hold on. I have a question for you guys. Are you guys on SoCal Uncensored website?
Not really. I mean, we're cool with the guys, but we were not really. You can see a little.
Okay, so just assuming everybody has an account. Who would you vote for Rookie of the Year? Would it be Danny Limelight or Douglas James? Just those two. Just between those two.
Damn.
Who do you think deserves it right now?
Damn.
I hate to be biased, but I gotta rep the fellow New Yorker in Danny Limelight. I can't go fellow New Yorker. I gotta go Danny Limelight. I'm sorry.
Okay. You know what? Not to feel Douglas James, not to feel I'm left out. I'm gonna vote for Douglas James then. I like pizza
that's 50-50. So that's a 50-50 right there.
All right, hold on. We got a caller.
Not only is he Rookie of the Year, guys, he's good at math too. Danny Limelight, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys.
Hey, give me a round of applause. I finished high school. Give me a round of applause. I can do math.
Hey guys. We have a caller. Maybe he'll break the tie. Let's see what happens. Let me put this first on. And welcome WH Skids. What's going on, Skids? Welcome back, dude.
Yo, real quick, calling up. I heard Eli ask the question about the voting, right?
Yeah.
If I had to vote, honestly, I think my vote was Douglas James for the Rookie of the Year.
Why?
I see more of his matches, so that's probably why I would vote for him. Nothing against Danny. Danny would probably be my second pick.
It's a good vote.
What was that?
I agree with you. I agree.
Of course you're going to agree, Doug. Hey, I appreciate the nomination, those Skits.
I'm just being honest. I mean, I know you guys.
I honestly appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, I honestly just want to take a second to thank everybody that's been throwing me and Doug's name out there as the two hottest up-and-comers. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, though, man, if there was no Douglas James, you know what I'm saying, there'd still be a Danny Limelight. But, I mean, there wouldn't be that much competition in this year of rookies, as everybody's saying. So he definitely, you know what I'm saying, one of those guys that makes you want to outshine in the locker.
Yeah, this year there's just an immense talent pool of rookies. My year it wasn't like that, like how it is right now. Like there wasn't that much of an immense talent of rookies in SoCal. But yeah, this year there's so much good talent and there's a lot of experience coming along with him. Like Thunder Rosa, she's done like a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And
I heard
she's
been wrestling longer than a year.
Yeah, like just a little bit, a little more than a year.
I heard she's been wrestling for like 4 years.
I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like it.
What?
Huh?
Don't pay attention. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Here you go.
All right, it's all good. I'm going to shout out to Skits for calling in. He broke the tie, so it's all good. But I'm going to give a shout out to Skits. He's out there in the table center right now. I'm going to pass it on to Tom. Tom, you have a question for any of these guys, or all three of them?
Well, like I said, me being an East Coast guy, I don't get to see you guys live and in person. I'm hoping, like I told Oscar, I'm hoping to get out there to SoCal and check you guys out because Oscar and Skits have been telling me so much about you guys, and I've seen a few of your matches, and all three of you impressed me as up and comers into the business, and I can't wait to see you guys are doing. And this Saturday, being in a Fatal 4-Way TLC match, that's a huge match right there. I think anywhere across the world, with a match that big, do you guys kind of go into the match thinking, okay, we got to go all out here. We have to come up with something new. We have to do something fresh because we've seen TLC matches all the time. What are you guys thinking going into the match this weekend? What are you three kind of cooking up?
Well, do you want to go first, Danny?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I got it.
We're gentlemen here at Santino's Brothers Wrestling Academy.
All right, so basically, you know what I'm saying, this is going to be my first Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match. I've never been in a TLC match. I have been in one ladder match that was something I'd rather not talk about right now. But going into this match, you know, I'm into the left and to the right, and I see I got Douglas James, I got Eli Everfly, and I got Suede Thompson.
Wait, hold up, Black Friday. You just said something and totally cut it off.
What ladder match was that? Where
what ladder match?
Oh, we gonna do that? We gonna do that right now?
Well, no, I'm just curious.
You're the one who fucking said it. I just want to know. I'm curious, man. You can't jack me up.
The listeners want to know. The people
so it was
want to know.
It was the 6-way elimination ladder match for UEW.
What's that? UE what?
Oh,
the
underground.
Okay, sorry.
Come on, bro. The place you're not good enough to wrestle at, they said.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Underground.
First rule of underground: don't talk about the underground.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that would be actually a cool fucking. No, actually it wouldn't. That would sell. No, never mind. Scratch that.
Anyways, so like I was saying before, Eli, you know, started turning on the stove with this heat. I look to my left and to the right. I see I got guys like Eli Everfly, Douglas James, and Suede Thompson, all very talented, all can do all that crazy shit that everybody wants to see. So when I go into this match, man, I'm going in there with my head on a swivel, and I'm just ready to explode. I'm going to try to do some shit that make me stand out amongst those three guys that have already made a name for themselves, as young as they are in the business, three guys that are talked about on a daily on the internet. Everybody's always tweeting about either Eli or Doug or Suede. So when I go into that ring with these three guys, man, I'm trying to do something to make me stand out, and it's going to make me come out on top. And that's just all that matters to me, man. I'm going in there, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get the biggest, you know what I'm saying, attention from everybody. I want to go in there. I want to fucking win. And I'm going to do something in that fucking match that's going to make me stand out. And it's going to be fucking, there's going to be something people going to be talking about.
It's going to make you stand out. It's going to powerbomb you off that ladder. Because I'm the pound-for-pound best athlete around, and I don't have to try to steal the show. I just do. I just am. I am the show. I don't have to steal anything. I am the motherfucking show.
You know what I'm saying? You could be the pound-for-pound biggest clown around in my book with the monotone personality. But I mean,
did your mom come up with that, or is that all you?
You said what?
Did your mom come up with that, or was that all you?
That was Eli's mom.
Oh.
Not cool. Hey, my mom's dead, dude. That's fucked up. No, I'm kidding. That would be fucked up, though, right?
Cricket. This is gonna be an amazing match.
Okay, so what do you plan on doing, Eli? What are you gonna do, Eli, when you get to the ring Saturday?
What am I gonna do when I think everybody knows what I do every time I go in the ring, and that's I have the best match. I steal the show. I fucking kick off heads. And I kiss babies after. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. And I'm going to do the same thing that I do every single time I step into the ring, except this time it's going to be up a notch. And I'm going to fucking jump off balconies. I'm going to be freaking going through tables with Dr. James. I'm gonna fucking grab everybody I can, and I'm going to fucking take them down with me. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. You know, everybody knows I'm a risk taker, I'm a world shaker, and I'm a history maker, and everybody is going to see exactly why I say that. And I am what I say that I am. You know, that is the best lightweight around, you know, like that. I'm the fucking best player around the scene.
You're like
the
best bantamweight around. You know
what I'm saying? All I'm going to say is that I'm a go-getter and a trendsetter, and nobody moves like I move.
You guys got
and on Saturday, I'm climbing that ladder, and I'm winning the XRT-Division championship.
I don't know. Why don't we have
at the James house?
Where's Suede at? Where's Suede? I would like to hear what Suede has to say about it.
Hey, we put him on too, but he never wanted to respond to our message, even though he's been on this show before, but he never wanted to respond.
Wait to the club, Dennis. He's dabbing. He's dabbing right now.
Jack, but Suede is doing
dabbing.
Maybe he didn't want to be on because he wanted to have Ellie Parker with us like he did last time, so... We'll see.
Yeah. Call Tito.
Yeah, all right.
You still in the tea, huh?
I got back on my bat line, and he's going to come through. An F5 all you motherfuckers.
Eli, how's everything going with the revelation, Eli?
How's everything going? Everything.
Yeah, I would like you to shed some light with this whole Gus and Cap beef. What's going on with them?
Well, honestly, that's just between them. You know, I have my eyes set on the title this coming Saturday. Whatever beef is happening between them, that's honestly between them. I don't give a fuck what's going on.
Ain't that your boy though?
Hey. Yes, that's my boy, and if worst comes to worst, I'm gonna have his back no matter what. But hey, at the same time, I have my priority straight, and that's that championship, and that's fucking selling the show. And if Gus or whoever gets in the way, they're probably, you know, gonna get their ass kicked, or, you know, I don't give a fuck who you are. You step in the ring with me, and I'm gonna fucking take your head off. And that's just that. Yeah. So where do I stand with the Revelation? I mean, they're my buddies. I took them places. They took me places. I have their back, and they have my back. But as far as Gus goes, I mean, that's not my shit. So, yeah.
You know what? By the way, shout out to Captain Comic-Con. I guess today's his birthday, so you guys give him a little happy birthday.
That's really his sister's birthday that passed.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I had him on Facebook, and I swear I saw that thing. He said today's his birthday. So,
yeah, his sister's birthday that passed.
Today's his birthday. Oh, okay.
I'm still gonna kick him in his fucking face on Saturday, so don't get it twisted.
Yeah, if Cap gets in the ring on Saturday, I'm kicking him in his face too.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go on next question. Well, I got a different question for each and every one of you guys, so I'm gonna start off with Danny here. Danny, now I've seen you now in Championship Wrestling in Hollywood. Yes, Danny. My first question is Danny first. Oh, sorry. He's teaming up with he's involved in the tag team with Gino with Primo Rivera and Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. So I want to ask you, how does it feel like being part of that roster with guys like Daniel Bryan being part of it, Cesaro? Well, I guess
Douglas
he's not
James.
in out.
How do you feel?
Yeah, how do you feel?
I mean, honestly, I just want to take a quick second to thank, Mr. Marquez, Angelo, the guys in the back, even especially Human, man. Human's been like a mentor of mine since I got to the fucking locker room, man. It's just great, dude. I walk in there, everybody's motivated, everybody's on the same page. They want to go out there and kick ass, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for me to be on there, it feels good, man. It was a long time coming, and I'm glad they gave me, me an opportunity, and so we're running with it, man.
Yeah, and listen to all those noise, man. I know this match is gonna be awesome on Saturday. So I keep saying Sunday, Saturday. I know Sunday's fucking Fastlane, but damn it, FCW. It's Saturday.
Yeah, Fastlane's not gonna be as cool as this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also I don't know if you've given all these references, but what's up with the whole you guys? I know you guys are compared to another tag team that's also Puerto Rican, but Epico and Primo. I know you've been getting a lot of comparisons. So I don't know, what's your thoughts of all that?
I mean, people have been saying a lot of things about me and Gino, man. At first, everybody was upset we were the teaming together, and then people were saying we weren't gonna last. and now people are saying we're the hottest tag team on the rise. And you know what? Whatever they want to compare us to, they can compare us to whoever we want, because at the end of the day, we're Danny and Gino. We're none of those guys before us. We're none of those guys that's coming after us. We're our own type. We're our own breed, and there's nothing like us on TV. And you know what? We're going to keep doing our damn thing whether they want to see it or not.
Yeah, that's cute, but correction. The Black Parade is the hottest new tag team on the rise. We actually won the
The who?
And you guys
the
didn't do shit. The Black Parade, bitch. Look it up.
What is the
Black Parade?
Is that
It's My Chemical Romance album.
Corey Jackson's tag team? The Black Parade? Is that Sean Black's team?
Danny, I'm gonna whoop your ass so bad, dude. I'm gonna rape you so bad. You better sign that after the match.
Eli, you don't hit hard enough, dog.
Oh,
damn.
I hit hard.
You don't hit hard enough, dog.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. You never been in the ring with me.
You guys are making Doug left out. Now he needs a partner now.
I'm cool. I want them to beat themselves up. I'm too smart for that shit. I'm just gonna climb the ladder and I'm gonna win the fucking championship, because that's what I do. And then it's gonna be Wednesday night at the James house, and we're gonna get it on, eat cake, and have sex. That's what we do.
All right. Well, okay. My next question, this is for Eli this time. All right, Eli.
Now I feel left out.
Well, I'll get to you. Don't worry, Doug. I'll get to you. All right, but Eli, my question I wanted to ask you, we talked about it kind of a little earlier, but lately you've been like doing work outside of California. Like you did like almost like a little tour and stuff. So how does it feel like going around the country and now you're gonna be on the world, going out in the world. So I don't know what your thoughts gonna be feeling the road life.
Yeah, man, dude, the rope, man, fucking. A lot of people talk about making towns, but when you're actually wrestling 5 days a week in a new town, every single day, possibly a new state, it's crazy. Like, the road actually takes a toll on your body. Just traveling in itself is really exhausting, especially when you have to, like, at least put in some type of work, outside of just wrestling every night. You're going to have to probably, like, run and go to the gym and beside all that, perform, But it is really cool going around the United States and around pretty much the country wrestling, doing what I love. That's really all I really wanted to do when I started wrestling to begin with, is go around the world and share what I love to do with, with wrestling fans. So, and I think I'm doing so right now. So I feel pretty satisfied with what I'm doing now. Even though I'm not wrestling independently so much, I'm still wrestling, and it feels awesome.
Give you permission to do that?
I'm sorry, what?
Wow. Did Daddy Cap can't give you permission to do that?
Did Cap give me permission to do that? No, absolutely not.
Did he sign the permission slip?
No. No, Danny.
Did he chaperone you?
No.
Did he chaperone
your jokes
you?
are terrible. You have a terrible sense of humor. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. Quit laughing.
Are you bringing that fat ass Terex with you too?
Wow. Oh, yeah, Tex is gonna be with me. Hell yeah, he's gonna be with me. Definitely. It's funny right now, but when we're in the ring with you, it's not gonna be that funny.
It's not, because I'm gonna be whooping your little ass.
We're gonna
I'm gonna whoop your little
fuck
ass.
You up.
Like, everybody wants it to happen. Everybody wants to see me whoop your ass. I'm gonna fuck you up, Eli.
Who's everybody? I think it's just you.
No, I'm gonna whoop Eli's ass.
Look, Danny, nobody even knew who you were 3 months ago. Nobody even knew who you were.
Hey.
People barely know who you are. Exactly.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're even
I came
in this
I came from the bottom. I wasn't given no silver spoon in this business, dog. I came straight from the bottom.
Came from the
bottom.
I came from the bottom.
Hey, Tom, if you can watch this match somehow on a DVD or something, or buy it online, you got to watch this match. This is gonna be a good one.
I gotta check this. I gotta check this out somehow, because a lot of shit talking going down, and I'm loving it.
Eli got the biggest mouth.
Honestly,
all over the social media, he's talking his shit. He's talking shit right now on the phone line. But when I catch a little scrawny 108-pound ass, Eli, I'm gonna fuck you up, dog.
Damn.
I gotta see.
That little Wayne, I don't know. I was fucking rapping. What the fuck? I don't even understand what's going on right now. Danny, can you just shut the hell up, please? Save it for Saturday. Open your mouth on Saturday.
This is madness.
I'll be glad to fill it up with this.
Yeah, I know, this is madness. You know what, Tom? Hopefully Eli heads to your town. You can check him out. So hope you can check that out.
Like I said, I feel at a disadvantage because I'm all the way over here on the East Coast. But see, that's where I wanted. That's why I wanted to ask you guys. Say someone's over here like me on the East Coast, or they're in the Midwest, or they're in Canada, or in Europe, wherever. What is it about SoCal right now that is making the whole scene kind of explode? What is so special right now about SoCal wrestling?
You just got wrestlers, you got workers and wrestlers that are just hungry, you know. We're on fire right now, and there's a great training out here, you know, such as Santino Bros Wrestling, and just people are just on fire out here, and they want it, you know. I think some other places are getting a little stale, maybe the East Coast is getting a little stale, maybe a little old school, you know, with a new generation, you know, a next level of wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think the Southern California wrestling scene is probably one of the best scenes all around the world. Just because there's multiple, you know, television companies around here. You have Lucha Underground, you have Hollywood, you know, and then there are other regional television just so close and nearby. Not only that, there's a diversity of different styles and scenes around here. You got the lucha scene, you know. You have the like comedic scenes like Freak Show and everything. And you have a scene. Yeah, exactly. Like Lavoom, you know, and then you have like Pro Wrestling Guerrilla around here, which is very huge anywhere, and you have people, you know, from all around the world go, and movie stars. So it's a really diverse scene around here, which is why there's a big. I think it's Los Angeles and this whole area around here. I think it's a huge part of the big wrestling boom, just because of the style and how it's everything innovated out here. You know? I just think that, and especially the guys who are coming out of the scene over here, you know, they're picking up the style and they're involving it as well. So I think the future looks really bright for Southern California.
Yeah, definitely.
Danny, you going to say anything, or do you not know anything about wrestling? Danny? Danny, do you know the scene around here?
Hey, you guys,
do you keep up with anything?
I'm not going to repeat y'all. I'm not going to say the same thing y'all said. You guys said it all, man.
Well, fucking come up with your own shit.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
You want my attention?
Moving on.
You want my attention?
Yeah, definitely. You know, yeah, I actually had a question for Douglas, but then Tom got into it. But it's all good, Tom. No hard feelings. But I want to ask Douglas something. By the way,
he has no personality. You don't want to ask Douglas the question. He has no charisma or personality. Give me a dead ass answer.
Holy shit. I'm going to kick you so hard in the teeth. Oh, fuck you, man.
Damn.
Anyway, moving on.
All right, Douglas, I have to ask you. By the way, thank you for coming on. You made the right choice coming to this podcast, not the Wrestling Guys podcast, by the way. So thank you for counseling them for coming to us.
I'm going to do that at a later date, so.
It's all good. I just want to mention about the
wrestling guy actually told us not to come over here. He said
Hey, like I said, thank you for coming on this show, not the Wrestling Guys podcast, even though I have much love for David, Butcher, and Roy. They're all good dudes, but yeah. But anyway,
appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Doug, my question I have to ask you, something relate to that show, but I want to hear your comments about Tito Escudino. He kind of said something about you on that show, which he said that he claims that you're getting fat because you lost your abs and you eat all those pizza. I want to hear your response about that.
That ass Douglas James.
Tito's a good guy. You know, Tito's helped me out a lot since I was starting out, and you know, I kind of came into this business just a lot of stone. You know, I had an 8-pack, and, you know, pizza and life happens, and I lost it for a minute, but it's back, and you'll see on Saturday, I'll be in the best shape of my life. I'm in better shape than everybody in that match. Boom.
Yeah, you know what, to be honest, I don't really not check out you dudes, like, bodies like that, but I had no idea about you gaining weight or anything like that until Tito ran his mouth about it, so I'm like, Okay, I don't know any difference about it, so that's to me. I don't be like checking guys' body like, oh, you know what, Danny Limelight getting fat. Oh shit, I don't be doing that shit. So
you do. You trying to do that for me.
No, I'm
I don't do that.
I'm the top best athlete around. It's not just a moniker; it's a way of life. You know, it's really how I live, and it's I'm here training. I trained last night. I trained on Tuesday. You know, I'm not here to fuck around. I'm here to be the best. So do whatever you want to do. Get in line like you suck my dick. Okay.
Damn. Wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna punch you in your face, Doug. You're gonna invite me to your dick. Why can't I see you on Saturday?
I'm gonna knock your teeth out and make you look like Tito.
Okay, who's the one that jerks off to Deadpool?
He's fucking ugly.
Who's the one that jerks off to Deadpool?
Oh, that's Danny.
So who's the one that jerks? Oh, it's Danny. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember when we had you on. We were talking about comics and shit. So yeah, I remember all that. So
hold on. Listen, there's nobody jerking off to no comics over here. It's funny. It's so funny that Douglas James asking me. You know, he's saying I'm jerking off to Deadpool, but he's the one that's asking me to hook him up with all these supermodel friends of mine and all these porn star friends of mine.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And now you're going to talk about I'm jerking off to Deadpool, but you want me to...
Whoa. Porn star friends. Hold on. You didn't talk about any porn star friends, brother. I would have been nice, too, a long time. You better be fucking around, brother. Hey, that title is yours. Just give me that porn star
I'm just saying.
I'll help you. No, I'm kidding. Fuck you, Danny.
All right. Hey, Tom, do you have anything else for them, or...
I gotta know. Because this is kind of an out there question, but I've seen it. I saw it asked once, and I was kind of interested. So after you guys beat the ever loving shit out of each other Saturday, and you guys get all the shit talking done, and whoever comes out on top is gonna come out on top. What is the perfect post TLC match meal? Where are you guys gonna go and get your grub on?
Pizza and pussy.
Douglas J's mom told me she was going to make me her specialty, so that's where I'm going.
You want a 63-year-old woman? You're a weirdo.
God damn.
I'm gonna have pizza. I'm gonna have pizza Sunday with my championship belt on and my underwear, hanging out. That's what I'm doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, only here on Wrestlingheads could you hear something this from three of the most entertaining SoCal guys out there. I wish I lived in SoCal. It's probably better than New York. You know, Oscar, you're over there. It's probably like, what, 60, 70?
I'm going to be enjoying this. And you know what? Thank God they're doing this over the phone, not on the hot tub. So imagine you're in the hot tub doing this. That would be kind of crazy.
Right. And that's how we was in the hot tub. I snatched Douglas James' face off. He didn't tell you that?
I watched that episode of Sean 2 Fans. I don't remember seeing that, but I just remember seeing all four of you guys in there. So it's all good.
They must have video. It must have been edited.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you still talking about it? We're waiting for you to finish.
So what?
All right, well, we'll be seeing him Saturday. But before we let you guys go, I have one more question to ask you guys. So what's next with you guys after FCW? Like, what shows you guys are going to head up? Are you guys even going to participate of the quote-unquote WWE's Cruiserweight thing? I don't know if you guys are in it, but they say they got a lot of names in there, even outside of the WWE are in there. Maybe you could be in there. I don't know if that's any hope to see you guys there, but what you guys
I can only really speak for myself. You know, and anything's possible. You never know what's going to happen in the future. But in the immediate future, on March 6th, I'll be at Premiere in NorCal, wrestling Manny Mars. Amazing promotion, hard-hitting, technical style wrestling, a style that Daniel Limelight would never get invited to wrestle at. And it's just a good show.
I didn't hear anything. Yeah, Premier Wrestling. But, hey, Doug, I don't know if you noticed, but when if you're going to go with Ray, you better watch out, because I don't know if you noticed, she'd be Snapchatting when you're sleeping, so you better watch out, bro.
True that. True. I understand that.
Yeah, better watch out with Race. All right, I don't know whoever's got shows coming up after this, but I don't know who wants to go next.
Yeah, right after I win that TLC match, I'll be I'm gonna go back to San Diego for OWA. I'm gonna wrestle Jacob Diaz in a I forgot what the venue is. You might want to check my Facebook or Twitter for that. But I just have that. I'm gonna shine my Grindhouse title real nice. I'm gonna go to the strip club, fuck a couple of hookers, down some Jack and Coke, and just call it pretty much. You know, that's just what I do. I'm Eli Everfly, and I always go the extra mile, and I do what I want. So after that, I just go on tour, come back with fucking €30, and it'll be great. So voila, Eli Everfly, bitch.
Sweet. Awesome. All right, Danny.
All right. After I walk out of TLC, the champion, I have championship wrestling from Hollywood with me and Gino who's going to continue to rise to the top of the division. I got Arizona. I'm going to be in Arizona for a bit, wrestling down there with Lucha Unleashed. And some days going to be bouncing around, man. Got a couple of other bookings coming up. You can check my Twitter and my Facebook for that, too.
All right, guys. I'd like to thank you guys for coming on the show. Douglas, we still owe you a shirt. We gotta get you guys a shirt. I know Eli and Danny has a shirt, but we still owe you a shirt.
Hook it up on Saturday. Bring that shirt.
All right. Just look for me, and then we'll see what's up. Just look for me or Skip. We'll look you up.
I'll find you.
Hey, Doug, you can find Oscar standing next to me taking pictures with the new champion. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Damn.
Was it another funny joke?
All right, I want to hear a funny joke.
Anyways,
guys, thank you guys for coming on. It was a freaking funny, entertaining interview you guys had. But thanks for coming on. I guess I'll see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah, make sure.
All right, definitely, man. Thank you.
All right, you guys have a good night now.
You too, man. Peace.
All right, take care, dude. Late. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Eli Everfly.
Can I plug my Twitter?
Go ahead, man.
Hey, follow me on Twitter at Danny Limelight. Follow me on Instagram at Danny_Limelight. And check out my ProWrestlingTeeStore.com/Danny Limelight. Appreciate you guys having me on, Oscar.
All right, man. I'll see you on Saturday, and I'll see you in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I'll see you everywhere. All right, man.
Get your camera out. One.
All right, that was Danny Limelight, Eli Everfly, and Douglas James. What a fucking entertaining interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, only in Wrestlingheads will you see three guys talking shit to each other. So many shots fired here on the show, hyping up a big Fatal 4-Way TLC match for FCW. You're in the San Diego, SoCal area. You're not going to want to miss this show. Like I said, just based on that interview alone, I'm hyped up for the match, and I'm 3,000 miles away on the other side of the country. What does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? What does that tell you? It means we got four of the hungriest guys in SoCal looking to prove themselves. But thanks to them, they came on, were entertaining, definitely hyped up, like I said, FCW and SoCal, and anybody that's not interested in SoCal wrestling before should be now, just based on that. So thanks to Danny, thanks to Douglas, thanks to Eli. So much fun.
Yeah, definitely. From all this crazy madness we're going through, you know what? I think we gotta take a little commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk something. We'll talk something. We'll probably talk some Lucha Underground or something. We'll be right back.
What's up? This is the phenomenal AJ Styles down here in LA, kicking it with the PWG, busting my tail. Freaking great tournament, the bowler tournament is freaking amazing. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, everybody and anybody needs to listen to Wrestlingheads podcast.
Hey, this is Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon, Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. We just happen to be the best tag team on planet Earth, and you are listening to Wrestlingheads Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wrestlingheads Radio. Of course, we just got done with the, I think, most entertaining interview we've had, Danny Limelight, Douglas James, Eli Everfly. Once again, thanks to those three guys for taking time out of their night to join us and talk about their match coming up for FCW this Saturday night. In a four-way TLC match, also including Suede Thompson, who could not be here tonight. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the San Diego or Southern California area, make sure to get down to FCW this Saturday night. And I know Oscar and Skip will be there. So that's something you're going to want to be looking out for. But now it's time to move on. Lots to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. First, let's start off with any WWE news, and then we're going to move on to the independents, because here on Thursday nights is where we mainly focus on talking about independent and international wrestling. So let's get the WWE news out of the way right off the bat. So one of the big news stories going around this week was Wade Barrett deciding not to renew his contract. I believe it expires in June, and made major headlines. And Wade Barrett went on Twitter and basically said he doesn't have a comment on this situation at this time, and when it comes to be, everybody will know. So, Oscar, what was your reaction to Wade Barrett deciding to not renew his contract, and then only within the next couple months probably going to leave WWE?
I don't know if I have a really reaction to it. All I gotta say is I kind of wish the best for him. Maybe he's planning to do other things, but I kind of feel him though. Maybe he's a little upset that he hasn't got a great role in WWE in the last couple of years. Let's look back at his career when he won for how NXT really started was like a competition thing, and he was the first one that won it. And then he formed the Nexus, and we all knew that was going great until the Nexus broke up. He got his own group, the Core, and then when the Core broke up, that's when I believe Wade Barrett went downhill. And since then he's been having injury after injury after injury, and it just seems like there's no plans for WWE to push the guy to do something with him. There's no confidence he will be healthy, and I would not be shocked that Wade Barrett probably got frustrated and maybe he wants to do other things, and I don't know what's his other things he's going to be doing. I don't know if he has anything that's outside of wrestling, but I have to make a prediction like where will he end up. If I take a guess, if he's going to stay in wrestling, I'm going to say he can end up going to TNA, and I'll tell you why. Because I know he's good friends with Drew Galloway, and I'm pretty sure Drew Galloway will ask the TNA officials to bring Wade Barrett in, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see him in TNA. That could be the direction we could be heading. I don't know if you saw the tweet from Matt Jackson, but Matt Jackson tweeted to him, and he tweeted to him, PWG, ROH, New Japan.
I did see that. And New Japan was actually one of the companies that a lot of people were talking about that Wade Barrett would fit in well, because, he did used to be a bare-knuckle fighter, so he definitely can get in there and I think work the stiff style that New Japan is really known for, and really I think kind of fit in well, and he's a well-known name to where when he comes in, people are going to know who he is. Honestly, this whole thing really didn't surprise me. I mean, Wade Barrett, a lot of people have said it for years, he's been mistreated. He should have been a world champion. But at the same notion, I can understand WWE not wanting to push him, because Wade Barrett has been very injury-prone the last few years. It seems like any time Wade Barrett seems to get some sort of momentum, he gets injured. So you can't put any sort of faith in a guy when he's getting injured every 6 to 8 months. You can't make him a main eventer, and you can't make him a star if he's going to be on the shelf for half of the year every single year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
But it's a very interesting scenario, and I think, like I said, it's still a couple months away from happening, so I think as we get closer to the deadline, we'll have more to say about this one.
Yeah, but before we move on, let me ask you something. It seems like you're interested in New Japan, but when Matt Jackson tweeted ROH or PWG, would you like to see him in any of those companies?
Yeah, I think he could fit in well with any of those promotions. Like I said, I think Wade Barrett is very versatile in the fact that he can kind of fit well into any company he goes to, whether it is Ring of Honor or New Japan, or if he wants to go to PWG. He's going to be known wherever he goes because he is, he was I won't say he was a big star in WWE, but he was a well-known guy in WWE, so people know his name, so wherever he goes, he's going to already have the attention on him. So I think he could really kind of fit well in any of those promotions, and he's going to be able to make a good living once he leaves WWE if he decides to continue wrestling.
Yeah, you know what? I wish the best for him because I met him before. Me and Skitch met him, and he's a really nice guy. He's a really cool dude. I don't know, like most of the WWE guys I met, he's one of the nicest guys. And hopefully, whatever he's deciding to do, I wish him luck in that. And he deserves to be whatever he wants to do. He deserves to be happy whatever he's doing. He's a nice dude. So if you ever get to meet him, Tommy, I'm just telling you right now, he's a cool ass dude. So. Just to tell you that right now, he's a real, real cool dude. So, yeah. Anywho.
But, like I said, we'll see what happens with Wade Barrett going forward. And, like I said, I'm pretty sure he'll do good wherever he goes. But, like I said, we're still months away from him actually leaving WWE. So we'll see what happens in the meantime. But one last WWE note before we move on. It was reported today in The Observer, this is per Dave Meltzer, that The Undertaker's opponent, which has been talked about a lot this week, a lot of people speculating about Undertaker's opponent for WrestleMania. So Dave Meltzer said last night on The Observer, and he clarified and said that Undertaker's opponent at WrestleMania won't be someone like Randy Orton who's out injured, but it also won't be a guy who's down in NXT like a Finn Balor. Dave says, I think he said it's somebody who's not on the active roster right now. So a lot of speculation beginning on who this could be. Sting's name was thrown out there, which I like to dismiss because he is injured right now. I believe he has the same spinal injury that Edge had that forced Edge to retire. So I'm still very weary about Sting being the opponent. I saw Stone Cold's name being mentioned, Goldberg. But this is a very interesting scenario that's going on because I think for the first time in a while, the Undertaker's WrestleMania opponent really seems to be a mystery. I think there's a number of possibilities on who the Undertaker could be facing, and it's more interesting that it's somebody who's, quote, not on the active roster. So, Oscar, who do you think is Undertaker's possible opponent for Mania?
It's hard for me to think if it's somebody that's outside of WWE. I'm trying to figure out what does Dave Meltzer means by not on the active roster. Somebody meaning that you see in a very often like Kevin Owens. Like, does it mean it's not someone like him, or does it mean like someone like you?
It's not. He's saying it's somebody who's not currently in the WWE right now. Somebody who is not currently wrestling in the WWE. So, for example, Batista. Right now, Batista is not in the WWE, and he's not on the active roster.
That's what I'm hoping it's not. It's not Batista. Does Dave Meltzer meaning is someone could be under contract, but you don't see him on a regular basis? Could it be someone like that? Because if it's someone like that, I'm saying it could be Sting because Sting might say, okay, I'll do one more match and that's it. Even though with his neck injury, he'll do one more match. I'm pretty sure the guy can walk. He can move around. He can do crazy ass bumps. Wrestling the Undertaker, if he's gonna go against the Undertaker, I'm pretty sure Undertaker is another guy is like, he's a little, I can say, a slow paced guy, and he can not, hurt Sting really, really bad. But if Sting was to be like, okay, I'm gonna go wrestle in an injury, which if I wrestle again, it could end my career. But fuck it, I'm gonna end my career anyway. So just to help out the WWE, I'll wrestle this match in Undertaker. It could be something like that. But outside of WWE, it's gonna be harder to think who could it be. If it's Goldberg, that would be weird. To see Undertaker versus Goldberg, we never thought of that. Ever seen an Undertaker versus Goldberg match? But I doubt Goldberg has something going on with WWE. So I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting. I doubt it'll be The Rock because scheduling to do movies and all that. I mean, I would love to see Rock.
Let me throw out a name that I saw mentioned, and like you said, all these names that people are mentioning online, every single one of them, I really don't think it is, but a name was thrown out, and I'm kind of thinking about it, and it's an okay kind of possibility. But what about Kurt Angle? Because his contract with TNA is expiring, and he's wrestling his last matches currently on Pop TV. So do you think Kurt Angle is a possibility?
Kurt Angle, yeah. I also heard that TNA is offering a new contract with them too. That'll be interesting to see if it's Kurt Angle. But if there's any Kurt Angle, somehow, some way, he has to be in WWE programming pretty soon. Yeah, he has to be in WWE programming pretty soon. Well, we'll see. We'll probably find out in a few weeks. If Fastlane is this Sunday, then when Fastlane ends, we'll probably get the idea who and who's going to be wrestling each other in Mania. And when we closer it gets, we'll probably find out who Undertaker's opponent will be. But I'd like to put money on it. I think it's going to be Sting. That's what I think. It's going to be Sting end up wrestling Undertaker. The dream match everybody want to see is going to happen. That's my guess is going to be. It's going to be Sting.
Yeah. So let the speculation begin, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any opinions on it, once again, this is a live show here on Blog Talk Radio. You could always still call up 347-945-5566. Tweet us at Wrestlingheads. Or you know what, if you're listening to this on YouTube, leave a comment. Who do you think The Undertaker could be facing at Mania? What do you think about Wade Barrett retiring from WWE? Did you guys enjoy the interview? Feedback is always welcome here at Wrestlingheads. But moving on.
Tom, before we move on, did you see the recent picture of The Undertaker?
Yeah, he's looking pretty good.
Dude, he's getting ripped. I'm like, God damn, not bad for a 50-year-old. Like, damn. That guy's getting ripped.
He's looking pretty good, so he's definitely ready for WrestleMania and whoever his opponent is. But really quick, I know you wanted to mention something very interesting going on with Lucha Underground. If you did want to mention that, I don't know.
One more thing I want to mention WWE, but what's your thoughts of the news of the WWE announced that this cruiserweight tournament that has happened on the WWE Network?
Yeah, very, very interesting. I like the concept that they're going to be bringing in outside talent. One of the main things that a lot of people liked about NXT was when they would bring on guys like Samoa Joe when he wasn't even contracted by WWE yet, and Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and people really liked seeing the outside talent come in, and even if they're not signed, they still like to see them get the exposure. So that's what I really like to see. It's an interesting concept. I'm very intrigued on who's going to be in it. I'm very intrigued on who's going to win it because, like I said, it's very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing, where this goes. The possibilities are endless.
You know what? I have a feeling this could be a yearly thing because let's just say this is going to be like their version of the rest of the Super Juniors. That's why I see what's going to be. I'm hopefully maybe we'll see more of this. Like if this thing becomes successful, then they might probably bring back the Cruiserweight title and do like a special Cruiserweight show on the WWE Network. And the good thing about I'm hearing like all these outside talents coming in. Like you never know who could they be bringing in. Like example, I'm trying to bring a light guy. Like that's why I was asking any guys to interview guys like Eli Everfly or Douglas James. They could bring them in. I mean, they fit that category. I'm also another name I've heard that could be possibly in this tournament, but Sombre could be part of it. I know he's contracted with WWE, but this is a good way to introduce his new character. I believe it's Manny something. I forgot his name is, but I think it's a good way you can introduce him. New character. Also, whoever you have doing house shows.
Jr.'s name mentioned. I heard Marty Scurll's name mentioned. People were tweeting. See, of course, everybody. When this all was coming out, everybody was tweeting Dave Meltzer asking, like, oh, is this guy going to be in? Is this guy going to be in? Like, what's the possibility? And he said, the possibilities for, like, Zack Sabre Jr. and Marty Scurll to be in is pretty good. So
that'd be crazy if, guys. It'd be more crazy if he's Cedric Alexander, which we see him in Ring of Honor on a regular basis, but I don't think he's signed exclusive. He could just be doing other things as well, but if we see Cedric Alexander, that'd be crazy.
Yes. It's an interesting concept, has a lot of fans talking. A lot of fans are very excited about this, and we'll see what happens. But like I said, I know you had some quick Lucha Underground news. If you did want to share that, I know it's not really something positive, but if you did want to share it, you could feel free to go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm going to start. I have also, we could say a positive thing, but I'm going to start with the negative part of it. Well, let me start off with the positive. The positive is that I know you heard the rumor that about Rey Mysterio could be heading to WWE. We'll put that on hold because he is coming back for season 3. It's pretty much confirmed. Like, there was a rumor going out, but I talked to someone that works for Lucha Underground. I'm not going to give out this person's name, but he told me it's for sure Rey Mysterio is coming back for season 3. So we can see Rey Mysterio there. All right, but the negative part I'm going to talk about, the future of Lucha Underground, it could be in doubt. Unfortunately, they've been losing a lot of money doing these shows, and they're not making any money at all. And it's possible that season 4 could be in jeopardy. I'm guessing what they're going to try to do is see how season 3 works, meaning by taping-wise. Like, it's scheduled, season 3 is going to be scheduled to start taping in March, and then they're going to end in May. So the Ultima Lucha 3 is going to be filmed in May. So basically, if they can save enough money from between that time to, say, the fall of 2017, and if they can save all that money and doing the amount they want, then maybe we'll see season 4 comes out. But if that doesn't work, then maybe Lucha Underground could be hitting 6 feet under, which I hope it does not, because I don't want to see any company go out of business. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's TNA, Ring of Honor, I don't want to see no company go down. So I'm hoping that Lucha doesn't fall. So and it's a good show. I'm not gonna lie, it's a really good show, and it will suck that it has to go down due to money issues. And if I have to blame someone, I don't know who's in charge of the Lucha, or financial way, but you're losing a lot of money during these episodes. So there's somebody in management not doing their job. So you're wasting all that money. I think they could get better, like cheaper technology, or better, or find a different place to do it. It's just weird. I mean, I just don't know. I think there's management has to be involved that's causing all this.
Yeah, it's a very, very interesting scenario going on with Lucha Underground. We've heard, for a while now that they, have had issues with finances and the amount of money it costs to run their shows, as opposed to the money that they're getting back working all these different seasons. So it's definitely going to be really interesting to see what happens going forward with Lucha Underground and how they're working out their finances. But hopefully there's enough of a backing and enough of a support to where they can reclaim that money and keep on going, because I think Lucha Underground's the best weekly wrestling television show without a doubt. It's entertaining.
You know what?
It is, it's just so jam-packed, and like I said, I'm hoping that they can expand to a wider audience in order to make more money. So, very interesting scenario.
You know what? Someone was asking me earlier, what if they start charging? You think that will save the company? Well, you know what? If they start charging, I mean, they'll make some money, but the problem is that the crowd, that hot crowd you see on TV, it could possibly go away, because, who could afford to spend? Let's just say they start charging $10 for each show. Who could afford, let's just say, do 4 tapes? Who could afford $40 a month just to watch this show? So not everybody could do that. It's packed in there because the damn show is free. So I don't know if anybody would be down to pay to check out Lucha Underground if you're gonna come in like a regular basis. That's a place. But you know what? I don't think they want to do that. I just think that they're so afraid that if they start charging, people will stop showing up, and then when the shows comes on, you see less people, and then I think that's what they're afraid that that's why if they ever start charging, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll have to see what goes down with the situation and how it's handled going forward. But like I said, best of luck. Hopefully they can get it straightened out, because I think so many people love Lucha Underground and love what they are doing currently.
Yeah.
But moving on, let's get into some of these shows going down this weekend. New Japan and Ring of Honor Rising Japan 2016 going down this weekend, February 19th and February 20th, coming at you from Korakuen Hall in Tokyo. Going to be live on New Japan World. So the first show technically starts tonight. I believe it's going live at 4:30 a.m. Eastern, 1:30 a.m. Pacific. So if you're up late, make sure to check it out. So night one, let's go down some of the matches. We got Dalton Castle and Ryusuke Taguchi taking on Jushin Thunder Liger and Matt Sydal in a tag match. In a battle of the Bookers, we got Delirious taking on Geto. Frankie Kazarian takes on the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion in Kushida. Big 8-man tag match in the Bullet Club, consisting of Bad Luck Fale, Cody Hall, Tama Tonga, and Yujihiro Takahashi, taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi, Big Mike, Michael Elgin, Moose, and Tomoaki Honma. Other Bullet Club members, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks, going against Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon, and Katsuyori Shibata. Also, more Bullet Club. We got Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson going against the Briscoe Brothers. We have a tag team match in Jay Lethal and Tetsuya Naito going against members of Chaos in Kazuchika Okada and Yoshihashi. And main eventing night one, we got Roderick Strong versus Tomohiro Ishii for the ROH Television Championship. Oscar, out of that card, what sticks out in your mind?
Dude, that Roderick Strong and Ishii match, I think I said it when we did that that little topic we did, we give our list, who's our what indie match you want to see in this year, and this was one of them, and it's going to happen, Ishii and Roderick Strong, so I had to pick that one. I want to see how these guys are going to work in the ring. I know they got the same styles in a way. They're hard-hitting, ruthless wrestlers, and I think they'll have an awesome match, so that's the match I want to see.
Yeah, that's exactly that's the same exact match I was thinking of. I mean, seeing Roderick Strong in New Japan is great. I said that he would fit in so well with New Japan because in the same way that Michael Elgin got over with the New Japan fans because of his power, Roderick Strong would get over just as easy because of a lot of the stiff moves that he does, a lot of his backbreakers, his elbows, his kicks. He would get over so well, and I think putting him in a main event match on the first night against Ishii and putting the ROH television title on the line is definitely an intriguing stipulation to kind of add a bigger feel to the match. It feels like a main event type match, and it really shows, I think, also the prestige of the television title and how it's viewed, that it can main event a New Japan show. So night one shaping out to be very interesting. Like I said, got a good mix of a couple singles matches. Obviously, like we said, the Ring of Honor television title match main eventing, obviously one that a lot of people are looking forward to, and mix in a couple tag matches as well. And we'll see how the Ring of Honor and New Japan guys mix it up. So February 20th, night 2 of Honor Rising. We are going to start off with a rematch that we saw just recently in David Finlay versus Jay White, the two young lions going at it. And next match we got the two people that faced each other on night 1, the two bookers. They're going to be teaming up, going against Jushin Thunder Liger and Matt Sydal. Two Ring of Honor guys going at it. We have Dalton Castle versus Frankie Kazarian. Big 8-man tag match. We got the Bullet Club of Bad Luck Fale, Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, and Tama Tonga, going against Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly, Hiroki Goto, and Katsuyori Shibata. We got Los Ingobernables de Japan of Bushi and Tetsuya Naito going against Kushida and Moose. Members of Chaos, you have Okada, Tomohiro Ishii, and Yoshihashi going against Hiroshi Tanahashi. Michael Elgin and Roderick Strong. Another 6-man tag going down, except this is for the Never Openweight 6-man tag team championship. You got the Briscoe brothers and Toriano, who are the current champions, going against the Bullet Club of Kenny Omega, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. And the main event for the second night of Honor Rising is for the Ring of Honor World Championship. We got the champ, of course, Jay Lethal, going against Tomoaki Honma. Very, very interesting. I think, I'm going to start off by saying, night 2 looks very interesting. Like I said, you got the Young Lions starting out. Should be a great way to start up the show. You got some very interesting tag matches. I'm looking forward to seeing how some of these guys work together. Seeing Moose going in there with a guy like Bushi or Naito is going to be interesting. To see Roderick Strong possibly, working with Okada again. We saw them, go at it last year. I believe it was Field of Honor that they faced each other. So it's going to be interesting to see them going at it again. The television champion going against the IWGP World Champ. So, and of course, like I said, the Never Openweight 6-man tag team titles could be interesting, because why not put 2 belts on Kenny Omega? Who knows, what they have planned for him, but, rarely in New Japan do you see somebody with 2 belts. So we'll see if maybe Bullet Club gets the upset. But like I said, that main event, Jay Lethal and Tomoaki Honma, could be something. I think it could be one of Jay Lethal's best matches if it's given time, if these two click well. Like I said, Honma's had great matches with Ishii. He's had great matches with guys like Shibata and Tanahashi. So, Honma can get in there and have some really, really great matches. And I think if, him and Jay Lethal can click well together, they can have a spectacular match. What do you think of that main event for the Ring of Honor World title?
Yeah, very, very interesting. Honma and Jay Lethal. Interesting they pick Honma to go against Jay Lethal. We'll see what kind of styles matches they'll do in that main event match. We know Jay Lethal had wrestled in the New Japan ring before, and I'm sure he's going to kill it out there. But the match I'm really, really into seeing in this event, that 8-man with the Bullet Club going against Red Dragon, Shibata, and Goto. I think that's the match I really want to see. and this whole event, because I know it's gonna be fucking guys who's flying around, like especially Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and also Kyle O'Reilly is going to be going there smacking someone in the face like a Doc Gallows, and Goto and Shibata, they're going to be joining in there too. So that's gonna be that 8-man is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, like I said, these Honor Rising shows are very interesting. Obviously, in May, we're going to see the New Japan guys come to the United States to do some more Ring of Honor New Japan shows. And, of course, next week at the 14th anniversary, we're going to see Ishii and Okada and Tanahashi and Kushida and Kenny Omega make their way to the 14th anniversary show. So, a lot more New Japan Ring of Honor, coalition going on. I think more than ever, and I think it's getting a lot of fans excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there next week at the 14th anniversary, so I'm gonna check out, my second Ring of Honor show, and I'm gonna finally get to see some New Japan talent I never get to see. I got the opportunity to check them out, not like Matthew Grant. So yeah.
Yes. Big shout out to Matthew Grant of Weekly Wrestling Podcast. Great stuff that, quick plug, by the way, great stuff Matthew Grant did this week with the Indie Power Rankings and holding it down for the Elite Podcast Network, as he always does. And I know he's going to continue to do great stuff. So if you don't already, go follow W Podcasts. I'll plug again later. But speaking of shows going down this weekend, AAW, one of the biggest independent promotions going today. February 19th, AAW presents The Art of War, going down in Marionette Park, Illinois, 115 Bourbon Street. Headline, big main event. You got Eddie Kingston defending his AAW Heavyweight Championship against the Death Machine, Sami Callihan.
Wow.
Oscar, what do you think of that main event?
That's gonna be crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be one crazy ass match. If I was in that area, I will definitely check this out. Yeah, I mean, we all know, Sami Callihan. I've seen him at PWG a couple of times already. And damn, it's gonna be freaking awesome.
That is going to be a hard-hitting main event. I can tell you that already. AAW putting out some great stuff. Also, big tag team match going down as well. Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, of course, teaming up on NXT. They're going to be teaming up for AAW coming up on February the 19th, tomorrow. And they'll be going against the team of Chris Hero and Drew Gulak. Very, very interesting tag team match. Should be a great tag team match. I mean, 4 of the best going in independent wrestling today. Not a tag team match you would normally think of, but once you hear it, you're like, why didn't I think of that? That's going to be a great tag team match. What do you think of that tag match?
It's gonna be a great tag match. Like I said, about the other match, if I was in the Illinois area, or anywhere in the Midwest. I mean, I'll make the drive. Like this Saturday, like SCW, I'm driving to San Diego. I would make a drive to hit down to that show as well. So, I mean, if anybody's in the Midwest is listening, you gotta check it out. Make the drive. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. If you are in the Midwest area, AAW is a promotion that you're not going to want to miss. And this is a show definitely that is going to, have some high expectations, but it's definitely going to deliver. Some other matches going down on the Art of War. Heritage Championship is on the line as AR Fox defends against Matt Cage. And speaking of tag team match, we got a big Monsters Ball match. Got Abyss teaming up with Congo Kong, who, speaking of Matthew Grant, has hyped up a lot. Definitely one of the rising stars in independent wrestling, getting a lot more notoriety as of late and getting his name out there. They are going to be going against a team of Ryan Boz and Russ Jones. So adding some violence to the Art of War, AAW is doing. So mixing things up, team match. We got another one going down as Zero Gravity goes against Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett. So those are only some of the matches going down tomorrow night. Marionette Park, Illinois, the Art of War, and I'm sure AAW is going to have it on their on-demand service, I think, as soon as possible. I believe they release them pretty soon, and I know they have a show coming up in March the 18th in Berwyn, and they have a show April 9th going down in Logan Square, where they've already signed some big names in Heidi Lovelace, Jessica Havoc, Kimber Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, Trevor Lee, Silas Young, Chris Hero, Timothy Thatcher, Andrew Everett. Just some of the names that are going to be appearing for AAW within the next couple months. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, AAW, if you're in the Midwest, check it out, aawwrestling.com. And that is about it for shows coming up this weekend. Of course, like I said, February is a very busy month. We got Fastlane coming up this Sunday. Next week is the 14th anniversary. Next month we got the New Japan Cup, and WrestleMania is right around the corner. And, of course, everybody on the independent scene doing big things. We got All-Star Weekend coming up next month. And speaking of All-Star Weekend, tickets went on sale tonight, and just as they do every time, PWG sells them out within only a couple of seconds. Both nights sold out. If you were looking to get tickets, very, very hard to find. I know a lot of people had success in getting night one tickets, such as Mr. Oscar over here, and also Matthew of Botchamania got a night one ticket, so Mr. Botchamania will be at PWG, but some people not having success on getting night two tickets. So I know PWG tickets are very hard to come by. You have to be on the tip of your toes at your computer. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that PWG sells out tickets within seconds. I mean, literally 10, 15 seconds, and tickets are gone. I mean, let me ask you this, because you've been going to PWG for years, and I know, I've been watching PWG for about, I'd say about 4 or 5 years now, and I can remember a time where PWG wasn't selling out, their shows. I look back on a lot of their older shows from like 2010, 2009, and it looks pretty empty compared to now, and obviously you can get tickets a lot easier. As someone who's been going to PWG for years, like, what's your perspective on these tickets selling so fast, and the fact that you're not going to be guaranteed to get both nights if there's multiple shows in one weekend?
As a fan, it gets a little frustrating sometimes because the shows are so fucking awesome and it's fucking great to watch, but it's frustrating because they sell out so quickly, and you want buddies to come too with you, and then it's very, very hard. And most of the time, you probably see people like, okay, they're trying to buy tickets, they could sell them, they can make money or whatever. But yeah, I remember one point where I went and I could buy front row like nothing, like like nothing, and just walk in there. It went from that to now it's like pretty much getting hard. So it just seems like since Ronda Rousey showed up at one show, it's just been really hard to get a ticket, and everybody wants to be checking out, like lately you just don't, and plus you don't even know who's going to be there. Like last show we saw Becky Lynch there, and the show before that, who was there?
Becky Lynch was at Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie. I'm saying Bowie, and then the show before that, it was freaking Natalia and Tyson Kidd. So you never know who's going to show up. Jeff Rollins, You just never know who's going to show up.
And you never know when William Regal is going to be scouting at PWG, because we've known for years now, going back to BOLA 2013, that he's been scouting there really ever since for new talent. So you never know who's going to show up at PWG.
Yeah.
But I'd have to imagine that I think it's frustrating for every fan, like I said, especially if you don't. I look at it from two different perspectives. Number one, if you're a fan that doesn't live in the SoCal area and you're making a trip out of PWG and you don't even know if you're going to be guaranteed tickets, and you really want to go to these shows, especially if you're traveling a great distance, it's probably very frustrating to know that you're not guaranteed anything. But on the same spectrum, I also look at if you're from SoCal and you've been going to PWG for years, I know obviously some fans are there every single time regardless. I think that their tickets are kind of held because, they're very dedicated fans, and I get that. But maybe some of the other people that haven't been going for as long and you still want to go just as bad as ever, but you're not guaranteed anything.
Yeah. So that's one thing that's hard about it. But sometimes I wish that they can move to a different venue, a bigger venue. But unfortunately,
that's been discussed multiple times here on this podcast. I think many times, as a matter of fact. But I think the major consensus is that even though moving to a bigger venue would mean more people, it wouldn't be the same environment, because that Legion Hall in Reseda, it's I've never been there, and I know it's something special. I know it's a special type of environment to sit in, even when it's 100 degrees and Mr. Legion Larry won't turn on the air conditioning. I know it's still special then.
Yeah, we know that. It's funny, at the last show, they actually booed him because he doesn't allow parking in this park lot anymore. So, yeah.
Legion Larry is still the biggest heel in PWG. Sorry, Roderick Strong.
Yeah, true. He is the biggest heel there.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are coming to the end of the show here tonight. I want to thank you all for listening. How you're listening, if you're listening live on Blog Talk Radio, or if you're listening back on YouTube or iTunes or Stitcher, thank you for listening. Big thank you to Eli Everfly, Douglas James, and Danny Limelight for joining us tonight for a very entertaining interview. And best of luck to those three guys this weekend at FCW. But it's time to throw out some of our plugs, some ways that you can get in contact and follow this podcast and everything involved with the Elite Podcast Network. So, Oscar, start it off. Tell us everything, where they can find you and everything Wrestlingheads.
All right. Well, you can follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. Also, you can follow Wrestlingheads, the same thing on Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope. Especially check out our Instagram. We might put in, posters of future shows or pictures we have of wrestlers. I have a picture of Stone Cold. Get this picture with Becky Lynch or Dalton Castle. You can check all of that. Just follow us on Instagram if you want to check out pictures we'll be posting up there. Also, check out WrestlingHeads.com for wrestling news, events that's going on, like Evolve having events. We got the card on that website. You should check that out. And also follow the Elite Podcast Network on Twitter. So you guys want to follow that. We're doing great things, I'm hearing. So, you guys got to, and also check out other shows besides us, like the Uncle My Mike show, Eyes of the Ring, Indie Power Rankings. Also, if you're into sports, want to hear news with the NBA and NFL, check out Let's Talk by a Cooler. I like listening to that show. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. Just if you want to know about sports and stuff, check that out. who knows where Johnny Manziel will end up, so you can listen to that show, if anything. Or if you're an LA guy, you want to hear about your new LA Rams, you can listen to that show as well. And I guess that's the only plug I get. Oh, also, just recently, I forgot the fucking date. Oh, actually, I think it's March 11th. Our boy, my boy right here, the wrestling guy, he just announced that today he's having a signing on March the 11th. TNA's own Jesse Connors and you can say former TNA knockout and WWE Diva Victoria will be there doing signings. So you guys should check it out if you guys want to head out there to the wrestling guy on March 11th. Follow the wrestling guy at Wrestling Guy HP. And I think we have one more guy who'll have to put out their plug. Go ahead, Mr. Skips.
So I'm back again for the third time here on the show. Let's call it let's call this shit a fucking hat trick, shall we? But I'm gonna definitely listen to the interview later. I see you giving out plugs.
You'll be entertained. You'll be entertained in that interview. I'll tell you that. You'll be really entertained.
What did you guys talk about besides the interview?
Well, those guys, most of them interview, they just ran their mouth. But me and Tom, we just mostly talked like Undertaker's opponent and the Honor Rising. We did. Also, we talked about PWG. So we did all right.
For sure. Well, Tom, are you there, bro?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hi, boy.
For sure. Well, you guys know where to find me. I'm on Twitter at WHRADIO. Follow Wrestlingheads, y'all. And, yeah, I wish I was on the show today. I'm going to try to hook up with my boy Matt, see if we can do a WWP type show in the daytime. I just want to talk some wrestling myself, so. But, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget, people, Monday, we got Brody King on, so you don't want to miss that out. So Monday, SoCal Wrestler or Santino's own Brody King will be with us on Monday, so you don't want to miss that.
Speaking of guests, on the 29th, I made it confirmed with Matt Tremont. He'll be on the 29th, so.
All right.
Matt Tremont making his now appearance on Wrestlingheads Radio, February 29th, because it's a leap year. I just realized that.
Yeah.
It's a leap year.
Yeah.
But I'll throw out my plugs. You can follow me on Twitter @to tweet me. That is my personal account. I'm on Periscope as well. I don't Periscope, but I'll follow you and watch your stuff. So if you give me a follow, I'll be sure to follow you back, check out your stuff, and leave some love, leave some of the hearts that they do on those things, and make you look popular. But make sure you guys are checking out everyone else on the Elite Podcast Network, like Oscar said. First of all, follow the Elite Podcast Network at Elite Podcast Net on Twitter, where you can find about all the shows going down. Of course, every Tuesday and Wednesday are the Indie Power Rankings. You can follow them at Indie Power Ranking. So just take out the G and the S, and that's where you can follow Indie Power Rankings. They do tag team top 5 reveal every single Wednesday, special guests every single week, counting down the best wrestlers on the independents. So if you're very into independent wrestling, make sure to check out Indie Power Ranking. Eyes on the Ring will be live this Sunday following Fastlane. So make sure you're checking that out if you want to complain.
I forgot to tell you, it's Tom, real quick. I forgot to let everybody know we have now built a relationship with Smash Wrestling. So be on the lookout, folks. We will be working with Smash Wrestling in the near future. So.
Yep, I was actually getting to that because, ladies and gentlemen, as I do every single week, I tell you guys to go out there and follow independent wrestling. Some of the best ways that you can do it, of course, streaming services are the best thing going today. You have, of course, Smash Wrestling, $7.49 a month for some of the best Canadian wrestling, some of the best pure independent wrestling going today. They bring in some of the top names from across the world and feature some of Canada's best. So $7.49 a month, and they release their shows so quickly. I mean, the week of their shows are out there. So if you're someone who's impatient, have no fear. Smash Wrestling has your wrestling very quick, ASAP. But some other ones, if you're very interested, Progress on Demand, Rev Pro on Demand, of course I mentioned before, New Japan World, if you are into Japanese wrestling, of course, honorizing the New Japan Ring of Honor show going down this Friday and Saturday. Actually,
fucking can't wait for that show, dude. I can't wait. EC and Roddy Strong, killing.
Yep, and Jay Lethal and Hanma.
That's going to be a good match, too.
Yep. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, plenty of ways to follow and support independent wrestling, and there's plenty of ways to follow and support Wrestlingheads and the Elite Podcast Network. Always make sure if you're on iTunes, leave a comment, leave a review, listen to us on Stitcher. If you're listening to us on YouTube, make sure to like the video, leave a comment. It helps us out the best you can. Follow some of our brothers at Weekly Wrestling Podcast. They're on YouTube as well. They have video interviews. Mr. Matthew Grant interviewing some of the biggest names in independent wrestling. So lots of stuff coming from the Elite Podcast Network. Lots of stuff coming from Wrestling Heads. You guys are going to want to stay tuned. Bunch of stuff coming up. And once again, thank you for listening to Wrestling Heads Radio. We will be back Monday with Mr. Brody King and our Fast Lane and Raw reviews. So thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good weekend.
Peace.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and over the past few months, we've been doing random acts of helpfulness, like helping a student pay for college applications, building bikes for underprivileged kids. We even fixed a garage door. And right now we can help you too with a great deal on an award-winning Honda, like the Accord, which has been named a Car and Driver 10 Best a record 30 times. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know. Car and Driver, January 2016.